Hello, freaks, geeks, degenerates, and basement dwellers. Welcome to the Warzone. I'm Scruffy, and this is Skruffytalez. And potentially, Ukraine has entered the town of Berezove on the Zaporizhia front line, according to pro-Russian sources. Pro-Ukrainians tend to say that the area is contested, but pro-Russian sources seem to say that Ukraine has actually entered into Berezove. Right, so using a different map than we usually do, this is AMK mapping, a pro-Russian mapper. But I figured it would be interesting to see what a pro-Russian is saying about the Zaporizhia front line. When the Ukrainians first started counterattacking here, or rather mopping up their rear sections, this mapper was shitting bricks and claiming it was a big counteroffensive, and that the Ukrainians had penetrated deep within Russian lines and everything, because being pro-Russian, he had given Russia territory all the way up to Oleksivka and up to the river here and whatever. So when Ukrainians started appearing here, the pro-Russians naturally interpreted it as a big breakthrough, when in reality the Ukrainians were just conducting mop-up operations to clear out pockets of Russian infiltrators. Anyway, but it's interesting to take a look at what his map is stating now, when everything has calmed down a bit. So if we move over to south of Zaporizhia proper, you can see here, according to this pro-Russian source, Primorsky is under Ukrainian control, and we have a clear push by the Ukrainians into Stepnohirsk, meaning that the Russian push here on the western flank here of the Zaporizhia front has been pushed back significantly. I mean, by this war standards, it's a big. They've been pushed back quite a ways by this war standard. We can see here that here you have Huliopol, and that the Russians are pushing out, and they are advancing. Most pro-Ukrainian mappers has this territory here as contested, but naturally the pro-Russians have it as much more under Russian control. I mean, it's fine, they use different sources and interpret things differently, but it gets interesting when we come up here to the area where we know that the Ukrainians have been slowly but surely pushing into occupied territory, and not just conducting mop-up operations, but now in March they're actually pushing into occupied territory. So zooming in a bit, this bit here, Slahoda up to Georgivka, is on most Ukrainian mappers listed as contested, or some maps even has it under Ukrainian control, but here we have instead a narrow sliver of Russian control along the river here. Like I said, different sources, but everyone seems to agree at least that Ukraine is down here in this corner close to Solotki. But what is more interesting is, since this is a pro-Russian map, if we zoom in here, is that according to him, Ukraine has Kalinivsky fully under control, and they're beginning to push out. Seems to be question marks here in Novomykhailivka. Seems the Russians have pushed back in according to this map, indicating that Ukraine might have contested the area for a while, but Kalinivsky here is under Ukrainian control. Most pro-Ukrainian maps has this area as contested, but the pro-Russian in this case has it as under Ukrainian control. And also, take a look at this. Here you have Tarnove under Ukrainian control, and now, according to this map, Ukraine has more than likely then pushed down along the windbreaks, secured them down to this road more than likely. I think this road is where control ends, and here you have the gray zone south of the road. Anyway, according to AMK mapping, Ukraine is now in the outskirts of Berezove. So Ukrainians have more than likely pushed down along this windbreak and managed to break into town, into this street here, and maybe even this street here. Which is interesting because Berezove differs between pro-Ukrainian mappers. I think most Ukrainian mappers has it as under Russian control, and Ukraine is surrounding it. Some mappers have it as the entire town as contested, and I believe it is ISW that has Berezove under Ukrainian control and Ukraine pushing down towards Novomykolaivka. But here you have a pro-Russian source stating that Ukraine has come in from the north and are currently holding on to a corner of Berezove, and more than half of the town here is contested, meaning that Russians over here, if this map is to be relied upon, the Russians over here are kind of in trouble because there are not that many options in reaching them with reinforcements. You can obviously supply them with drones, but having troops reaching them and supporting them might be difficult. You would have to move along the valley and along the river, and then make it across these open fields, and then your prime targets for drones if you want to reinforce with troops over here. So the Russians, they really need to be moving through the green areas here where you have cover, and pushing into town more than likely through this area. And it makes it easy for Ukrainian drones to scout out this area, right? They're not going to be running across these wide open farmland. They're going to be trying to move through cover, and that is here. So this is where Ukrainian drones more than likely currently hunting troops in Berezove to support a push in from the northeast, if we are to rely on this map, that is. But anyway, I think it's interesting to see what the pro-Russians are saying. And apparently, according to pro-Russians, Kalynivsky is under Ukrainian control, and the Ukrainians have begun a push into Berezove and securing a corner here. So the question is, Ukraine will probably open ground here. I don't think they're going to be moving south. They're going to be moving along the streets here where you have cover, securing the greens here and moving down this street and down this street. And then we'll see if the Russians can mount a defense here, I guess. But it's difficult for the Ukrainians to operate here. So this is maybe where we will eventually see a proper defense from the Russians if the Ukrainians can continue pushing along these two streets. Would be my guess, just looking at it from the top side view here. So that's Berezove. Interesting that it appears as if Ukraine is beginning to push in, according to pro-Russian sources. And just to compare it with the Andrew Perpetua here, you can see here the contested area outside of Huliapol. Pro-Russian mappers has all of this under Russian control, obviously, but you can see Andrew admits that Russia has gained territory at Huliapol, just not to the same extent. And moving up here, you can see north of Slahoda, you have more contested areas than, but AMK mapping, pro-Russian source, has all of this under Russian, this valley here with the river. And but it gets interesting over here. Here you have huge areas of contested territory, but AMK mapping has Ternova under Ukrainian control, Berezove partially under Russian control, Kalynivsky under Ukrainian control, and Novomykolaivka under Russian control. And let's see here, Mayakovsk 73. This is a couple of days old, but he hasn't updated. I guess he just took the weekend off. I guess that's fine. You can, same thing here at Huliapol as with Andrew, and moving up, it's basically the same here, Slahoda up here. But if we take a look, so Berezove, he has Berezove 3 days old, this map update, as Russian, Ternova contested, Kalynivsky and Novomykolaivka are contested. So yeah, the maps differ definitely, but interesting nonetheless that we have a pro-Russian claiming that Ternave is clearly under Ukrainian control, as is Kalinivsky, and that this corner here is not contested. It is under Ukrainian control at the moment. So yeah, interesting indeed to see if there's any truth to what the pro-Russians are claiming here on this section of the front line, or if they're just exaggerating a couple of Ukrainian incursions into the area, whatever. But we do have this corner on a pro-Russia, pro-Ukrainian map as well, clearly contested. And then you have the ISW map, which differs incredibly from the others. Ternave under Ukrainian control, Berezove under Ukrainian control, and the Ukrainians has made a push towards Novomykhailivka from the north, Kalinivsky under Russian control. This map differs, substantially from the others. I mean, take a look at here. Here you have Rybne and Slahoda all the way to Yorivka. So, like I said, they rely on different sources and interpret information differently. But yeah, interesting. Hopefully there's something to it. And like I said, like we saw on Mayakovsk 73, this area here is contested, and AMK mapping interprets that information, that we have Ukrainians here and that this corner here is under Ukrainian control. So there are rumors as well from pro-Russian sources, OSINT sources, mill bloggers, that are claiming that Ukraine is building up for a big offensive. Who knows? Well, I guess we're gonna have to wait and see. I guess it's not unthinkable. But what we do know is that Ukraine has had some success within the last 4 months, where they have pushed the Russians back at Kupiansk. We have the pushback here as well as over here, and of course also late we've seen Ukraine pushing back here at Vovchansk. So something is happening here where all of a sudden Ukraine is liberating more territory than what they're losing. So the Russian advance has stagnated a bit, and Ukrainian counterattacks, we shouldn't call it counteroffensives, but counterattacks have increased, and they are actually liberating territory, more territory than the Russians are able to occupy at present. That of course might change in the next couple of weeks, but this is the situation presently, right? At present, which is encouraging. We also know that the Ukrainians more or less are holding the line at Pokrovsk, and the Russians are trying to push in on what's the name, Konstantinivka, right? But the Ukrainians are holding more or less. The same thing goes for Lyman. So the Russians are struggling, and meanwhile the Ukrainians are pushing Russians back at certain locations. Is this part of something larger, or is it does it signify something else? We know from several sources now that Russia has moved troops from Kupiansk to this area to halter the advance. They've also sent troops to help out with the push at Hulyapol. So Russia is clearly moving troops around in an effort to strengthen certain regions of the front lines. They did the same thing when they had to liberate Kursk, and they did the same thing when they wanted to push into Pokrovsk. They started moving troops from all over the front line to help out with this massive push. So the question is Russia, struggling in terms of manpower and resources, since we're now seeing Ukraine actually pushing them back at various locations, and quite effectively so at that. And the Russian response is to move troops from different sections of the front line to reinforce, since they are obviously struggling with manpower and resources. They can't maintain the same amount of pressure along the entire front line, so they have to decide where to fight and where to focus their manpower, where to focus their resources. It's an interesting development, and at the same time we have these rumors that from Russian mill bloggers that they're worried about a impending large Ukrainian push. We'll see if there's any truth, but more importantly, we have these various sections where Ukraine is currently pushing back, and they're liberating more territory in the last couple of weeks than Russia has been occupying. At the same time, the Russians are stuck at Pokrovsk, at Lyman, and they're stuck at Konstantinivka. So we'll see if Ukraine can tie up the Russians at these 3 locations, and if that will give Ukraine opportunity to push back here at Huliapol, at Zaporizhia, and up at Vovchansk. Interesting. And that's it. That's all we have for you this time. That's all I have for you this time around. I hope you found it interesting, and I hope I'll see you in the next one. And as always, go på marsch, Ukraine, and give them hell.
Out on the wide plains, shadow thick as coal. The eastern wind howls, it cuts through my soul. A saber in my hand, a heartbeat of steel. I face the beast from the darkness unreal. Claws like knives tearing through the night. Soul, but I hold tight. The bear rolls out, I won't let it land. This is my ground, the Cossack stand. Shakes heavy with each beastly stride. Eyes like embers, it can't be denied. Fangs bed wide like a pit of despair. But my saber sings and slices the air. For my family, my land, my right. I'll bleed dry, I'll give the fight. Claws like knives tearing through the night. Blood on the soul, but I hold tight. The bear rolls loud, I won't let it land. This is my ground, the Cossack stand. Struck me down, tore me deep, but my fire burns, won't let me sleep. Through the pain, through the ache, the bear will fall for freedom's sake. Through the night, blood on the soul, but I hold tight. The bear roars loud, I won't let it land. This is my ground, the Cossack stand.